So here in our project we have created a chatbot which is like it's a here I am representing the demo for the adaptive multi-agent chatbot, and we are using Olama. And here if you see, we have performed the model accuracy, how it is happening, like how our model is having the performance using the test data, and we have compared using the chat versus the chat GPT responses from our model data model as well. So we have like three different chatbot agents. Like one is the general agent, which would be responding to the general queries. The one is the admission agent, which would be responding to any queries related to Concordia University and its admission. And we have AI agent, which will be responding to the queries pertaining to AI. So let's suppose if I am giving here hello and then sending it, it will take a bit of time from the processing query. Meanwhile, I will say that we are using that Streamlit here as well for the front end portion, and we have run some of the portion in the back end. So yeah, it's processing. It's just like the Chat GPT. Yeah, it just processes and like hello, and it says like hello is like a general query, right? So it is saying like hello, it's nice to have a conversation or like that. But if I will become more specific to certain criteria, like what is AI, and then it will it will generate responses related to AI. So the AI agent during that portion, it will come the AI agent. Yeah. So I let it run, and let's see. It's running in my local, so yeah, that might be, taking some portion of time, but I think it's okay because in real time ChatGPT generates each and every sentences, but we are generating the response as a whole. So yeah, here it is like the AI agent responded to this query. If I, let's suppose, make it more like what are differences between ML and RL, which is like machine learning and reinforcement learning, and I'll send it. So yeah, so the AI agent respond because this question like machine learning and reinforcement learning are related to AI, right? But let's suppose if I ask something like who is the CEO of Apple, and then send, then as it's adaptive multi-agent chatbot, right? So it will like the query which is responding, it will be pertaining to the one which is like, yeah, here you see it is general. So yeah, so it is reply like the CEO of Apple is Tim Cook, which is correct. And so similarly, like let's suppose now I can ask like what are the requirements, and even grammar mistakes are like not in account. Like if it is fine, it will just ignore all the grammatical mistakes and like uppercase lowercase it will ignore. So this is query which is like related to more related to like Concordia University. So as per expectations, the admission agent will should come up because of the adaptation which strategy which we are using in our code. Yep. So here you can see that the admission agent has responded to it, like how we are working on something like that. Apart from that, we have introduced one feature of use follow-up. So once I click on the use follow-up button, it will auto generate a query which is related to somewhat the previous questions which we have asked, and we can send that, and then of course it will respond to the previous one. The previous agent will respond. Here the admission agent was that when we are following up of it is but obvious that the question is related to that the previous one, so the same agent here, the admission agent should reply back. So that is the feature which we have added in our chatbot. Yeah. So here you can see that the admission agent has came up with yeah, admission agent has come up with the query. And let's suppose if I am giving some random string, right? So when I give random string, yeah, it should say something like that. Yeah, it is generally unable to determine like what, because you have just given some gibberish statement here. Also, one more thing, we have implemented the reinforcement learning. So it depends on how much feedback which we are giving to the query. So let's suppose if I am asking what is ML and then send. So I mean it's but obvious that the AI agent should pop up. Um, and yeah, and so what kind of reinforcement learning we have introduced is like if we are giving low feedback, then the questions will be like modified, sorry, the reply or response will be a little bit modified and would be improved. So that is what the basic fundamental of reinforcement learning is, right? So if we are giving low feedback to the queries which to the response which the agent has given us, then it will improve that. Okay, the feedback which was given previously was low, so that is how we have implemented the reinforcement learning, so to speak. So here if you see AI agent has responded with like machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence, etc., etc. But let's suppose we are not satisfied, so we can rate the last response. So if we rate a bit low and then submit feedback, right? So we have submitted the feedback, and once we submit the feedback and we ask again what is ML and then send it. So now the response which will be given would be more improvised, because the previous one which we have given was not much as compared to the one which was given previously. It would be a better, so it's processing. Yeah, so it's taking a bit time because we are using CUDA and all that. But yeah, I mean because we have provided the feedback as well, so it will provide a come up with a better. So yeah, agent has come up, and now it has like it's more detailed, and like how it is devised, like it has different divisions like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning, and like that. So that is how the ML, and it is more detailed as compared to the previous one, if you see. So that is how our model is working, and hope you like the demo. Yeah, that's it from our side. Thank you so much for your time.